Some teachers help you learn, but others they make school feel like a nightmare. Today, we're talking about the worst teachers ever. And these stories will shock you. Make sure to subscribe and comment. I survived school if you've ever had a strict teacher.
This teacher is a monster. So this kid, Ethan, was in first grade when he learned his teacher had the worst punishment ever. In this class, the teacher had something called the isolation box. It was a tiny old school desk shoved in the corner of the room, in between a bookshelf and a filing cabinet. And if you got sent there, you had to squeeze into the desk, and the teacher would block you in by pulling the filing cabinet to be flush with the bookcase. So essentially, you'd be stuck in this box. Now, Ethan thought this was weird and pretty messed up, but he never really questioned it, until one day, it happened to him. He was talking during quiet time when the teacher snapped, "Ethan, I'm so sorry. Go to the box now." Once Ethan sits down, she drags the filing cabinet to lock him in. Now, Ethan figured he'd be in there for 5 minutes, tops. But the lesson continued. 5 minutes passed, then 10 minutes, then 20 minutes. Ethan tried to move his legs, he was cramping, but there was no space. He tried to move in his chair, but he couldn't. He was wedged in there pretty good. That's when he realized he was actually stuck. "I'm actually stuck." He tried talking. I think I can't get out." But no response. It's as if the entire class was ignoring him. Finally, the bell rang. He thought he was free, but no. Apparently, the entire class left, and so did the teacher. Help me! Somebody!" 10 more minutes pass. The teacher walks in the room and hears him yelling. Oh my god. Well, that's what happens when you don't follow the rules. Now go on. Ethan left the classroom, traumatized. Fast forward 15 years, Ethan is still living in the same town, but he has an incredible job and he's making fantastic money. One morning, he was heading to the office when he wanted to get some coffee. He pulled up to the local coffee shop. "Yeah, I'm gonna get a large caramel cappuccino, please. Mrs. Johnson." "Ethan, hi." "Oh yeah, one cappuccino." He just smiles. And as she hands him his coffee, "Here you go." He grabs it and then grabs her hand. "Am I following the rules now, Mrs. Johnson? Am I following the rules now?" "Good coffee." He tips her a $20 bill, and he leaves. "Have a nice life."
Imagine getting in trouble in class, and instead of detention, your teacher drags out a box. Not a fun box, not a play box, but what they called an isolation box. Students who spoke out of turn, forgot homework, or even fidgeted too much were shoved inside and left alone, sometimes for the whole lesson. It was hot, dark, and cramped. And kids who went in described feeling trapped and panicked. Some cried so hard their voices echoed, but the teacher ignored them. Parents later found out and were horrified, demanding to know why children were treated like prisoners instead of learners. Teachers are supposed to guide kids, not traumatize them. Quick challenge. Would you survive even 1 minute in that box? Comment yes if you think you could, and no if you'd lose it instantly. The sprained leg incident.
"You're gonna regret this. Get out of my class." So this kid sprains his leg during soccer practice. The doctor gives him crutches, a note, clear instructions, but his teacher, she never liked him. She thinks he's dramatic, thinks he's lazy. He walks into class on crutches, and she just stares at him. "You don't need those. Stop milking it." He tries to explain, but she just cuts him off. "If you want attention, do it on your own time. Give me those." She takes his crutches and locks them into a cabinet. He stares at her, calm, and just says, "You're gonna regret this." And for the rest of the day, he walks all day on his hurt leg. He doesn't ask for help, he's not complaining. He's limping, he winces, but he keeps moving. Well, that night, his leg is on fire. The next morning, he's back at the doctor. It's worse now. He has a hairline fracture because he was walking on it so much, because the teacher took his crutches. Oh, it's about to get bad for this teacher. The next morning, he walks into class again, with crutches, a medical boot now, and another doctor's note. He doesn't sit. He doesn't yell. Just stands in front of the whole class and says, "So I watched the rest of the day like you told me to?" Well, turns out that refractured my injury. I'll be on crutches another 6 weeks now, so thank you for that. The whole class is silent. She tries to speak, but the door opens and the principal walks in. "Hi, Miss Harding. I need to speak with you. Please bring your things." She freezes. Then she grabs her stuff and heads towards the hallway. And she walks out. She doesn't come back the next day. Or the day after that. She was fired. Karma's a...
This one shows just how heartless some teachers can be. A student sprained their leg during gym, tripped badly and could barely walk. Everyone thought the teacher would excuse them and send them to the nurse. But no, the teacher ordered the kid to keep moving and walk laps as punishment for faking it. With every step, the student winced in pain while the teacher just barked orders. By the end, the kid collapsed and finally someone called for help. The truth, it wasn't just a small injury. It was a real sprain that required crutches and rest. Instead of helping, the teacher made things 10 times worse. Imagine being punished for being hurt. If you've ever had a teacher who didn't believe you, drop a comment saying same the bully teacher.
Who was the worst teacher you've ever had? In middle school, I had a science teacher named Mr. Howell. Everyone loved him. He wore mismatched socks, played guitar on Fridays, and made jokes about farting during volcano lessons. He called us by nicknames and brought his dog to class once. You couldn't find a single kid who had a bad thing to say about him, except me. At first, I liked him too. I thought he was fun. I laughed along with everyone else and didn't notice how often he looked through me when I raised my hand, or how his jokes sometimes came with a twist. One day, I brought in a project I worked on all weekend. This big trifold about renewable energy. I was proud of it. I even printed out charts and glued real leaves to the corners. When I presented, he smiled and said, "Wow, someone got help from their parents," then moved on before I could say anything. I didn't think much of it. Maybe he was trying to be funny, but it kept happening. Every time I answered a question correctly, he'd make a face and say, "Even a broken clock is right twice a day." If I stumbled, he'd fake yawn and say, "Anyone else want to try?" He called me encyclopedia, but not in a nice way, more like a punchline. The others laughed. They always laughed. And I started laughing too, just to keep from feeling humiliated. I laughed when he pretended to fall asleep during my presentations. I laughed when he gave me a B- on a test and said, "Looks like your brain finally woke up." Then came the science fair. I built a working model of a wind turbine, spent 3 weeks on it, learned how to solder, printed diagrams. I knew it wasn't flashy, but I believed in it. I remember wheeling it into the gym with shaky hands and standing beside it in my best button-up shirt. When Mr. Howell walked by, he didn't even stop, just glanced over and said, "That's ambitious. Hope it doesn't fall apart." It didn't fall apart. It worked perfectly. But when the ribbons were handed out, I got nothing, not even a mention. The winning project was a volcano that exploded red glitter. I tried not to let it crush me. I told myself it didn't matter. But the next week, when someone asked why I didn't win, Mr. Howell chuckled and said, "Judges don't usually go for show-offs." That's when it clicked. It wasn't about the science, or the work, or me messing up. It was about me not fitting the type of kid he liked. I wasn't loud, I wasn't funny, I didn't play along with his games, I was just there. And to him, that meant I was disposable. Years later, I went back to visit my old school with some friends. We peeked into the science hallway, and someone joked, "Remember Mr. Howell? What a legend." I smiled and nodded.
We've all seen school bullies. But the scariest kind is when the bully is the one with all the power. This teacher would pick on students, constantly mocking them for their looks, calling their work garbage, and even laughing when kids got questions wrong. Sometimes the teacher even encouraged other students to join in the teasing, turning the classroom into a stage where one unlucky kid was always the star of humiliation. Every day felt like walking into a roast session, except the kids never volunteered. Instead of building confidence, this teacher shattered it. Some students even begged their parents to transfer schools, just to escape. Can you imagine being bullied by the one person who's supposed to protect you? If you think teachers should never act like this, hit that like button right now. The teacher's target.
This teacher is the worst. When he was 9 years old, he had a teacher that hated him. He was kind of a chubby kid, and one time he didn't do his homework and she flipped out. "This is your workbook. You're supposed to do homework in your workbook. I don't see your homework." She was flipping through it so hard she ripped a bunch of pages. But she wasn't done. She then, in front of the entire class, started screaming at him even more. "You know what, Kyle? You're probably too busy stuffing your face with sandwiches and Twinkies that you didn't have time to do your homework. You're so fat." She then made him go to the back corner of the classroom and stand there with his hands straight up in the air until class was over. "Hands up, Kyle." He went home and told his parents what happened. The next day, they came into school with him. They went to her room and asked why she did that. To which she replied, "I'm sorry, I don't recall that happening. I think your kid might be making it up. I'm sorry." When this kid was in 4th grade, his glasses broke. Oh man. But it didn't really matter, because in most of his classes he sat in the front row, so he could still see. Well, after a few days of going to class without his glasses, one of his teachers said, "Kyle, I see you still don't have your glasses. Are they still broken?" "Yeah, but it's fine, I can still see the board." The thing with this teacher, though, is that she would always write assignments on the board for students to work on during class. She would never explain the assignments. Students would just read the board and then do their work. But anyway, she said, "Kyle, it's been 4 days now. Your parents should have gotten you new glasses at this point. You're sitting in the back of the class." Okay. Alright, so this is what needs to be done before the end of class, okay? Get to work. Oh, I can't see it. What the heck? Sit down, Kyle. Hey, Stacy, can you tell me what the board says? Yeah, it says, Stacy, don't you dare tell him what it says. I'm teaching him a frickin' lesson. I hate my life. The dumbest rules parents made their kids follow. When this person was growing up, his parents wouldn't allow him to use public restrooms at all. Even on trips to Disney World, if he had to go to the bathroom, they had to go all the way back to the hotel, which is bogus. When he was in elementary and middle school, at the start of every year, his parents would call the teachers and told them to let them know if their son ever used the public bathroom. If he was caught using the public bathroom at school, his parents would punish him when he got home. Growing up, there was no place he could safely use the bathroom other than his home without getting in trouble. When he got to high school, the parents tried the same thing. They called the teachers and said, let us know if he ever uses the public restroom. The teachers in high school thought that was weird, and they never followed through. So he got away with using the bathrooms in high school. But it wasn't until college, where this kid was finally allowed to use any public bathroom he wanted without fear of being punished by his crazy parents. Elementary school, she got in trouble for using a big word. Something upset her in class, and she used the word vexed, which means annoyed, frustrated, worried. Well, the teacher overheard and yelled at her. The teacher said that she should have just used the word angry. Well, her teacher then sent a note to her mom, explaining the situation. Her mom marked the teacher's note for errors in red pen, and sent it back to her with a note that read, when you can use proper English, you can correct hers. Legendary mom. The worst Christmas gifts ever. When this girl was 15 years old, she really wanted a dog. And her parents knew it because she was always asking them if they could get one. Well, one Christmas morning, after most of the presents were unwrapped, her parents went downstairs to grab one last gift for her. Oh my gosh, I wonder what this is. Her parents then came upstairs carrying a giant box with holes in it, almost as if there was a living creature inside. Okay, are you ready? Oh my god, I think I know what this is.
Every class has at least one student who gets picked on, more than others, but this case was extreme. This teacher seemed to have a personal grudge against one kid. Every little thing the student did turned into a massive punishment. Forgot a pencil detention. Spoke quietly to a friend. Sent to the principal. Got one answer wrong on a quiz. Humiliated in front of everyone. It got so bad that other students stopped sitting near the target, afraid they'd get dragged down too. The entire classroom atmosphere changed. Everyone was on edge waiting for the next explosion. Teachers should treat students fairly, not play favorites or enemies. But here the kid was basically living in a daily war zone. Question for you: have you ever been the target in class? Comment below with yes or no. The annoying syllabus.
Hello, class. Everyone come in. Sit down. Pick anywhere to sit. Now, class, I have your syllabuses. Oh, I'm sorry. Syllabi. And here you go. Does anyone have any questions about the syllabi? Okay, everyone, get out your textbooks. Let's turn to page 305. We're going to learn about Pythagorean theorem. And that is how you do math. Is there any questions? No? Okay. So I'm going to hand out these quizzes. Everyone take one and pass it back. Everyone has one? Okay. Your time starts now. Excuse me. Y'all's tests are over. No cheating.
Not every bad teacher is cruel. Some are just so over the top with rules that learning becomes impossible. One teacher designed a syllabus so ridiculous it became legendary. Every assignment had to be in blue ink, never black. Every paper had to be stapled exactly in the top left corner. If it was even slightly off, you lost points. Margins had to be 1 inch, not 0.9 or 1.1. And everything had to be written in one specific font. Some students spent more time double-checking their margins than actually writing essays. If anyone forgot the tiniest detail, even if the content was perfect, they failed. Instead of learning, kids were stuck stressing about formatting. Imagine staying up late on homework only to lose points because your staple was crooked. That's not teaching, that's torture. If you think that's unfair, smash that subscribe button. The sus teacher.
The worst teachers of all time. This person's first grade teacher was named Mrs. Davis. One time, he had a messy desk. It was one of those desks where the top flips up and you can put all your stuff in there. The teacher saw how messy his desk was, so she walked over to him, picked up his desk, and dumped everything that was in there right on top of him. She then made him clean all of it up, while the rest of the class watched. That's a pretty intense thing to do to a first grader. Story number 2. This person's second grade teacher was named Mrs. Fowler. She used to throw chalk at the students, threatened to lock them in the cupboard, she would punish them for not writing in cursive, and she refused to let any student use the bathroom in her class, which resulted in tons of kids peeing themselves. She kind of reminds me of this character. And the last story. In 6th grade, this person had a math teacher who spent the entire year talking to a small group of students about Animal Crossing on the GameCube. Well, at the end of the year, every single person in that class got an F, except the 5 students that were in her Animal Crossing fan club. The people that failed had to go to summer school.
And finally, the most unsettling type of all. The sus teacher. This one didn't just annoy students, they made everyone uncomfortable. They asked weirdly personal questions, made strange comments, and lingered around after class for no reason. Some students felt unsafe and started reporting what was happening. At first, people thought maybe the teacher was just quirky. But as more stories came out, it was clear something was seriously wrong. Eventually, the school investigated, and the truth about the CS behavior came out. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and comment skippity if you made it to the end. Have you ever downloaded an innocent-looking kid's only app to realize it might be watching you right now? Today, I'm exposing for apps that seem cute, but might be hiding something sinister. Watch until the end to find out which one secretly knows your biggest fear. And hey, I dare you to subscribe before I reveal the creepiest app here, if you're brave enough. Let's start with Talking Angela.
Scariest game apps that it's still in App Store. Talking Angela. So Talking Angela was released on December 18, 2012, but in the year 2015, a girl saw a weird thing in Angela's eyes. And it was on the news or YouTube. So some people say that a hacker is watching kids playing Angela. So you need to turn on the child mode on settings, because if you didn't, Angela will start asking some questions on you. Like how old are you or some weird questions. It's really sad cause it's just created for kids. I used to play Talking Angela too. Well, that's it girlies, thanks for watching.
You've probably heard the rumors that Angela spies through the front camera, right? But did you know some people claim that if you ask Angela what she's doing at exactly 3:33 a.m., her eyes will flicker red for a split second, and then your phone will freeze, forcing you to restart it. There's an even creepier story about Angela. One kid said they asked her where she lived and Angela replied with the name of their street. They thought it was just coincidence until he said, "I see your blue blanket, the thing is." Their blanket was blue. If you're watching this under a blanket right now, comment what color is to break the curse seriously. I don't want Angela staring at you tonight. And apparently if you ask her who is behind you 3 times, your phone camera will turn on for a second, showing someone standing behind you with glowing eyes. People said their phones glitched and the photos they took disappeared forever challenge. Check your gallery tonight and tell me if any dark pictures appeared there after using Talking Angela. Now let's talk about Midle.
Midle. Midle is a creepy app. You get to talk to a celebrity. You will think it's fun to talk to a celebrity. The creepy part is that they will say let's go to lunch. Even their eyes. A YouTuber named Lauren was talking to BTS and this happened.
What creepy things? No. Okay, this is getting weird. I just tried a video call twice and then freaked myself out and then canceled them. What am I doing then? Huh? No!
How the heck did the I know she's filming a YouTube vid? Please don't download the app. If you still want to play, then do it in your own risk. Stay safe, my lovelies.
This app lets you create a 3D avatar of yourself. Fun, right? Well, apparently if you make your idol's eyes completely black, name it me and save it. Something weird happens. Users said their avatars would blink on their own in photos, even when they didn't set an animation. One girl said her My Idol character changed its outfit overnight to a red dress. When she asked it why, the text-to-speech glitched out and it typed, "Because red hides the blood." She deleted the app instantly. Another person claimed their avatar called them by their nickname. They never typed it in. They deleted the app, but days later their phone kept glitching, showing the avatar's face on random screens. If you've ever used My Idol, check your camera roll right now. There might be pictures you never took. Challenge comment. I checked if your photos were safe or it was there. If you found something creepy, let's see how many people are haunted today. Moving on to Zuby.
What happened to Zoo? Zoo was a voice messaging app that would allow you to make 30-second voice messages. It would allow you to voice over many 3D animals, movie characters or celebrities. Most known character Waste Bunny, who became a meme, Kylie Hank in 2015. She's mostly known as the Zoob Bunny. There was now millions of accounts on Zoob and just became worldwide popular with memes. Until April of 2017, all of a sudden, all of Zoob's servers were shut down. And then this thank you message replaced the website and the app. All of the Zoob accounts were deleted and the app was gone forever. However, there is an Android app file to the app, but when you open the app it will be a couple seconds on the loading screen and then shows you a connection error. Zoob now remains as lost media, with Kylie's videos being the only remaining footage of the app. It is unknown if Zoob will ever be recovered. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. This app lets you send talking animal videos to your friends. But there's a rumor that if you make the bunny character say your name backwards 3 times, it unlocks a hidden message. One kid tried it and the bunny said, "Thank you for freeing me." They thought it was a joke, until their phone battery drained from 100% to 0% and the screen turned black, flashing the words, "I'm coming." Another user claimed they sent a Zuby video to their friend. When their friend played it, the bunny said a different name, someone they didn't even know, followed by "See you tonight." Zuby's developers never admitted to coding any hidden messages, but some people say their app started using mobile data overnight, like it was sending something to someone else. If you've ever sent a Zuby video, I dare you to rewatch it later with subtitles on. Who knows what's hidden under the normal voice lens? And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, tap that button right now, or Zuby Bunny might visit you tonight. Just saying. Finally, Talking Ginger.
Most dangerous kids games. Talking Ginger. So Talking Ginger is a little bit the same like the app Talking Angela. This game consists of Ginger Cat where you can talk with, tickle him, and play games with him. Talking Ginger was realized back in 2012. Now you might be thinking, what's so wrong with this game? Well, some people discover the same thing and think like what happened to Talking Angela. According to people, there was also a man in Ginger's eye. This man could be watching you or track your location according to people. Here are some pictures. Some people say that Talking Ginger is safe now and can be downloaded. That's all I know for now.
Everyone thinks Ginger is the harmless baby cat version of Talking Tom. But here's something you probably didn't know. If you keep the app open past 4 a.m., Ginger's laugh changes pitch. Users say it sounds deeper, almost human. One boy tried it as a dare and Ginger said, "Why aren't you asleep? I like when you're asleep." After that, he deleted the app. But the next night his Alexa started randomly saying meow at 4 a.m. sharp. His parents thought he was pranking them until it kept happening, even when his phone was locked in a drawer. Some people believe Ginger collects your sleep data for something. No one really knows. Another person asked Ginger what she eats, and Ginger replied, "I like the taste of you." That user swears she heard scratching sounds under her bed that night. Comment "Good night, Ginger," before you sleep tonight, or she might visit your dreams. Just a warning. So, which of these apps do you think is the creepiest? Talking Angela with her glitching eyes and secret photos, My Idol with avatars that act possessed and glitch your phone, Zuby with its hidden bunny messages and cursed battery drains, or Talking Ginger with her human laughs and sleep data collection? Let me know in the comments right now. And here's your final challenge. Send this video to 3 friends who use these apps. Subscribe and have an amazing day or night. Have you ever wondered if your phone is secretly infected right now? Today, we're exposing the scariest phone viruses that could be destroying your device without you even knowing. Before we dive in, I challenge you to subscribe in the next 3 seconds. With your pinky finger, or your phone will glitch tonight. Did you do it in time? Let's see what horrifying viruses you might already have installed. The first terrifying one is the Ice Cream Roll Launcher app.
Explaining Viruses Part 3.
Ice Cream Roll Launcher.
So this game is normal because of the logo ice cream, you might think? No, actually this isn't virus, and I'm going to explain it today for the safety of your phones. This game is called Ice Cream Roll Launcher. So if you play this game and close your phone and open it again, your phone might change something. So if you play other games, it will not let you. If you didn't listen, this will happen. So this game is having a horrible reviews for the game, and I can show you the reviews. And this was also made in 2025. So that's all, and stay safe.
It looks like a cute launcher that makes your home screen look like an ice cream shop. But it secretly uses hidden admin permissions to lock your phone, install adware, and track your keyboard inputs. Some users said their phone screen froze with random dancing endlessly while it drained their battery until the phone overheated. Even after factory resetting, it kept reinstalling itself from hidden system files. If you ever see an app called Ice Cream Roll Launcher, delete it now. Comment "ice cream" if you're brave enough to check your apps after this video. Next is the chaotic virus.
Explaining Viruses, Part 1. Grow a Garden app! This game is inspired by a Roblox game named Grow a Garden that has more than 20 billion visits. Mind you, this is a virus app and I recommend you not absolutely downloading it. Once you open the app, you will see a bunch of mythical pets like raccoon, kitsune, a fox, and more. And if you click any pets that are dot in the picture, a video of a glitching fruits are gonna be shown in the video. Here's the video. But warning to those who has epilepsy warning. That's all. Goodbye and stay safe. Everyone, good night.
Chaotic is actually a real gore website, but there's a fake Chaotic app being spread around forums. Disguised as a video downloader, once installed it downloads extremely graphic videos onto your storage and sets them as hidden background files, which can randomly flash on your screen when opening apps. Some users said their phone cameras started glitching with red filters, and the virus forces pop UPS that say Chaotic owns you. It's one of the worst psychological malware ever created for Android. Another scary one is the fake Chinese Play Store virus.
Explaining viruses, Part 8.
Chinese Play Store?
This Chinese Play Store is a disguise of the original Play Store app. It tricks people into clicking it, making them see a picture that is gory. By the way, this is a virus. If you translate the name of it, it's translated to Playmark. Once you open the app, you will see a person's face destroyed, and the background sound is screaming, and it is very loud, and it's impossible trying to close the app. The man in the picture is the man who was in a bear attack in India. The name of the man is Vatula Lakshmi, and the picture was in 2019. There is a non-gory picture of the man, but the face is distorted alongside a creepy face. You can search the man in Google, but if you feel scared, don't. And the creator of this virus is unknown, because nobody knows who made this virus. That's all, and stay safe.
It pretends to be a Chinese version of the Play Store free premium apps when you install it. It clones your entire phone layout, steals your passwords, and disables your real Play Store. One victim said their phone became sad, their entire screen turned gray, with Chinese characters scrolling down like the Matrix, and it wouldn't turn off even after holding power for minutes. This virus even locks your SIM card remotely, making your phone permanently unusable. Never download Play Store clones. Then there's the YouTube Kids virus.
Let's talk about
The YouTube Kids virus.
So the YouTube Kids virus needs your photos. When you allow it, your phone will crash. You will not be able to unlock it for several hours. When you log back in, your wallpaper will look like this. You will also hear loud screaming. Every 5 seconds, your wallpaper will change into an FNAF photo. You will get a warning that says one harmful app found. Here is the photo. Your data will be gone and you will never get it back. Please do not download this. If you want to try it at your own risk. Stay safe.
This is a fake modded YouTube Kids app. Ad claims to remove ads and age restrictions. In reality, it installs a hidden virus that overheats your CPU until your phone crashes and reboots on a loop. People reported it displaying random Cocomelon videos distorted with glitchy sounds and jump scares before their phone crashed forever. If your little sibling ever asks to download YouTube from a sketchy website, do not do it. Then we have the Phone Guardian virus.
Explaining viruses, Part 1. Today's topic is
Phone Guardian.
So there are two versions of the app. One is Phone Guardian, 2, Phone Guardian. As you can see, number 1 has a great grammar, but number 2 has a poor grammar. So basically, number 2 is the fake one, and number 1 is the real one. And if you use the fake one, and play it for more than 3 hours or whatever, it will hack and spy, or even worse, track your address. And normally, there will be a door, but if you film the door in, the fake one, the door will ask, why are you filming me? It's scary, and a little reminder, you should always check the app icon and the name in case if the app has 2 versions, but if the 2 versions are safe, no need. Stay safe, everyone.
Well, there's a real VPN app called Phone Guardian. There's also a fake clone that pretends to protect your data but actually sends your internet activity to hackers. It disables your real VPN, injects pop UPS into every app. Some users even reported random foreign purchases appearing on their bank accounts after installing it. It also disables your antivirus software, so you can't delete it without factory resetting. Always make sure your VPNs are from official stores, not random websites with clone logos like this video with your nose. If you would immediately throw away your phone if that happened to you. Last up is the Windows horror virus.
Deadliest computer viruses in the world, Part 9. The WinXP Horror Edition virus. You're gonna remember this one while you sleep tonight. Malware that disguises itself as a Windows update. No further explanation needed. The best way to understand is to experience it. Right-click open. Let's infect this bitch. The PC restarts and we hop right into stage 1. Fake system update. Windows appears to be installing an update, but it's all a ploy. Looks like we're getting close, but it stops at 66%. And then, error message. Setup cannot copy the file ntdll.dll. Setup will use the file, 666.sys. Okay, I guess. This initiates stage 2, Windows theme hijack. Our entire theme gets swapped to this red background creepy eye looking thing as the update continues. This ominous music begins to play with the message, "Don't look behind you." This time the update actually hits 100% and we're gonna... Oh, okay. First jump scare here with a static noise and a glitchy transition. The theme